Now if you frequently watch our videos guys, you will notice the showroom looks a little bit different, and that's because we're on a bit of a shift around because we've sold quite a few of the showroom cars. We're going to move to the showroom car at the end. It is the new car that's just arrived, the video that this is about. The Jaguar XKR that was there has now sold, that's getting ready to go out. We had the red Porsche Boxster as well, that's gone, so we've got a few new replacements, very nice replacements, but I have to say the latest one is the Mercedes SL400, and it is stunning. Guys, as I mentioned, you might have glimpsed it, the SL400, here it is. So obviously the car is an incredibly low mile example. If you've seen the advert, you'll know that. So it's covered less than 7,000 miles. It's a 2019 car registered on a 19 plate. And as I say, it's only covered a few thousand miles per year, and when it wasn't being used, it's been covered up with a car cover, so it is genuinely just an incredible example. And it's been cared for by just 2 owners, and it's got a full Mercedes Benz service history. So what a car, let's check it out now. So the SL400 is a 3-litre V6, so a very powerful car. Obviously it's a convertible, it's a hardtop convertible. This one actually has got an extra, which I'll show you very soon, quite a special extra and quite a sought after one as well. But just glancing around the vehicle, you see it's got the bigger alloys. That's a 19-inch diamond cut contrast alloy wheel finish. Obviously an optional upgrade from factory, that is one of the options, and I think bigger wheels on a car obviously always look good, but I think just in this case with sort of the more chrome finish and then the chrome touches on there, they do work very, very well. Now front of the vehicle guys, obviously places to usually look at stone chips, things like that. Because the vehicle is such a low mile example, there isn't really much to talk of in that case. That is the same for the rest of the exterior as well. As I say, the car has had a full Mercedes Benz service history. The most recent Mercedes service was actually just last month of this year, so quite recent. Then for the rear of the vehicle, obviously guys, it's a sports convertible, so you don't buy it for the space, but what I was surprised about is the space that you do get on these, because it's an automatic boot lid. I'll show you that now, and the cool thing is you can do this with a key, and obviously with the convertibles they have to have space for the roof. But what's cool is you'll see it shifts out the way, the sort of load protector moves as well, and then of course you get all this space, and you might be wondering what that is. That is the car cover I was talking about earlier. So when it hasn't been in use, it has been covered up with that car cover there. And you'll see what shifted out of the way is the roof. What's special about this one is it's got the magic pan roof, they call this, and you might be wondering, well, what's magic about it? But I'll show you shortly. But basically what happens is it actually changes colour, so it's almost like an electronic sunblind, and it darkens the entirety of the glass. It's very clever. I'll show you that as we get in the car now. Closing the boot up, you just push that button and you'll see it sort of sweeps all that out of the way and closes up. So yeah, quite cool, and I think from the front, back and side, such a stylish summer car. But I want to show you it with the roof up now and show you that big option that I was talking about. Just getting in the car guys, things you'll notice on the inside of the car, it's full leather interior, it's got the contrast nice white piping, the memory function electronic seats, that's controlled by just a door card here. You'll see you've got 3 memory functions, fully electronic, and you can even adjust the headrest electronically. They come with Harman Kardon as standard, these cars, so obviously a very good speaker system, and as I say, it comes from factory fitted, so that's great. As well as being super comfortable in leather, the seats are also heated, they're also cooled, and an option, they've also got the Airscarf. So just glancing around here, you'll see this little vent, and essentially what it is, it's a neck level warmer, which Mercedes call the Airscarf. Now I'll just start the car up, but before I do, the car's actually fitted with a ghost immobiliser as well. That's been paid for already by the previous owner, so it might reduce your insurance premium, and of course it's an extra layer of security to stop someone stealing your pride and joy. As I say, the seats are heated and cooled. That's controlled by these two here. As you'll see, they light up like that, and that is the neck warmer, which is the optional extra that I was talking about, the all-important one. As this car, it's a sporty car, it's a fast car, it also comes with dynamic control. So dynamic select there, you push that button, you'll see the screen changes, and you can actually hear, and you might not have caught it on camera, but the exhaust tone fully changes, and that's because it changes the engine sound. The suspension also goes into sport mode, it also changes the steering, and it also changes the traction. But you can have it in Sport Plus, which is sport mode, up another level. You can then have it in individual, that's where you can tweak each setting to as you want it. Eco is obviously the opposite of sport, and then comfort is just your everyday comfortable driving. Now the other cool thing this car has guys, it's got the electronic rear wind deflector. So if I push this button here, as you'll see, it lifts up, all electronically obviously, which yeah, nice cool touch. But the main thing is of course the roof, which is fully electronic, so I'll show you how that works now. You simply flip this up here, and then you've got your controls putting the roof up and down. If I push that down, as you'll see, it all starts opening up and doing its thing. And as the roof does open, you'll see what I was talking about. So that's the glass sunroof fitted into the roof. And obviously it's quite dark at the moment, but if you look from the inside, let me put the windows down. The cool thing is what you can do is push this button here, so it's just cleared, but if I push that again, as you can see, it darkens, and that's what they call, well, the magic feature. That's why it is magic. And pushing that again, if you want it clear, obviously you push it again and it magically changes. And obviously that's just sort of a cool feature really, but it does serve a purpose of letting less sunlight in. So yeah, there is an actual reason for it, as well as being quite a fancy little thing to boast about. All of the luxury I've talked about in this car, you've also got a nice little centre clock in the middle, just a nice sort of classic touch for the car. But knocking the car into reverse, there is another feature which is very useful, which is the reverse camera. It's also got front and rear park assist. You'll see that indicated by these here, and then you've got the same for the rear, which is obviously the rear parking sensors are going to light up when you're getting close to the rear. So yeah, it's literally got everything you could want in this car, but of course it's not about that, it's about the style, the drive, and of course the magic pan roof. And then guys, as simple as I closed it before, you can obviously reopen the roof just with the same control in the middle there, and that does that, puts all the windows up after you, and then yeah, you're good to go. So guys, that is the Mercedes Benz SL400. As I say, it's been cared for by just 2 owners. The car's been covered indoors when it's not been in use. It's covered less, it's actually covered 5,998 miles to be exact, so very low miles. And the condition is obviously equally as pristine. So yeah, if you would like to inquire on this car today, contact me. My number's now on the screen, and we'll happily show you the car, take you on a test drive, and I think you'll love it, especially on a sunny day like today. Thanks for watching.